I've now posted a whole series of videos about the whoopee-worthy Piffle-Pushers in the current administration, ending with President Trump himself. These are not just people who tell the occasional whopper, but would have the decency to blush if confronted with the truth. They're people who are completely unmoored from the truth. Now I want to tell you why I did this, why it matters so much to me. It's just this. I believe that honesty is critically important. That's part of my religious tradition, and so I preach about it in my church sometimes. But don't worry, I'm not going to slip you the old routine today. I just want to point out that no matter who you are, no matter where you are on life's journey, honesty is practical. If you lie to yourself, you eventually walk into a brick wall that you were telling yourself wasn't there. If you lie to other people, they'll do the same, and plus you'll lose their trust. And on a national level, there are the same kinds of hazards, plus the additional hazard that Hannah Arendt pointed out when she was reflecting on the totalitarian regimes of the 20th century. She wrote this: "If everybody always lies to you, the consequence is not that you believe the lies, but rather that nobody believes anything any longer. And a people that no longer can believe anything cannot make up its mind. It is deprived not only of its capacity to act, but also of its capacity to think and to judge. And with such a people, you can then do what you please." In other words, national-level dishonesty makes us susceptible to tyranny. Whoopee-worthy Piffle-Pushers have been haunting the halls of power in unprecedented numbers right now, but there have always been some of them there. A free press helps to control their numbers, but that mechanism doesn't seem to be working all that well right now. I don't know what we can do about that except to remain vigilant. Nobody has yet invented a political system that automatically removes Piffle-Pushers from power, and until someone does, I guess that people in power will go on trying to manipulate public opinion wishfully instead of truthfully. Putin's will go on saying that Ukraine started it, and Trump's will go on saying that the election was stolen, and Clinton's will go on saying that they did not have sexual relations with that woman, and McNamara's will go on saying that things are going swimmingly in the war in Vietnam. But here's one thing we could do. We could change our oaths of office to make explicit the commitment to honesty. We could have our office holders solemnly swear something like this: "I will not lie. I will not seek to mislead. If I say something that is later proved false, I will correct my error as soon as I learn of it. I will try to be well-informed and open-minded. I will seek to communicate openly whenever I can, and keep secrets only when I must. And I will insist on this same honesty from all who work in my administration." In the case of the presidential oath of office, this change would require a constitutional amendment. But I think it would be worth the effort. Maybe we can't force our leaders to cherish the truth, but we could at least make it clear that doing so is an expected part of the job.